Why do the bananas cost so much? This is weird. Droughts, floods, typhoons, hurricanes, climate change, erratic weather. I never knew climate change made my food prices higher.
Global warming has resulted in more than just rising food costs. The droughts that reduce crop yields are the same ones resulting in water shortages in places like Africa and India, where countless people are losing access to what little fresh water they had. It is also resulting in flooding in other parts of the world because of the melting polar ice caps. The natural balance of the ecosystem is being disrupted with global warming, which is more concerning now than it ever has been. The human race is becoming less and less able to nourish itself sustainably.
Will it affect our scuba diving trip on March break?
Well, I think it might, because acidity and ocean temperatures are killing the coral reefs.
Ocean acidity? Does that mean marine life is going to suffer?
Yeah, many species are dying and the pace is increasing, and that's going to have real effects for humans because we do consume a lot of fish.
I had no idea that global warming had such huge effects on us in Canada.
Something so urgent should have a major place in the government's agenda, but sadly not everyone agrees. The economy always seems to come first in politics because of the public opinion that global warming does not affect us. The main problem we are faced with when trying to move away from carbon emissions and towards a new, greener way of life is the fact that most people don't realize the scale of the problem. No one cares enough to sacrifice their air conditioning or trip to Aruba. Consumption culture in the first world is the source of the environmental collapse. The popularization of buying more than you can afford, throwing out leftover food, and massive SUVs for every family has increased the damage we do to the environment exponentially. The commercialization of the first world lifestyle has made us think that we need to have a massive house with air conditioning and a huge truck to match, and we will never have to pay the price. Everything has been perfectly engineered so that we will give big corporations huge profits while the environment suffers. Our culture has turned the other cheek to the ecological meltdown that is happening right now due to the commercial interests in our ignorance that fund the billboards and television shows that convince us of all this nonsense. Awareness of these issues is the first step to solving them. We need to wake up to what is going on before we can change our behavior.
What can we do about it?
Environmental innovation groups are coming up with new and efficient ways to produce energy, so investing in these green solutions is a great way to improve the situation. As well, we need to reduce our consumption so as to not waste as much as we do, and we need to change our expectations of what the world will look like. Because if we stay on the path we're on now, who knows what the Earth will be like in 10, 20, 30, 100 years down the road. Changing our lifestyles to suit the reality of global warming is the only way to save ourselves. To solve the food crisis, investments must be made in agriculture in starving areas so that they can produce enough to nourish themselves. By donating fertilizer, irrigation systems, and seeds, we can double Africa's crop production in the next 5 years. This would help to break the cycle of poverty while also feeding the world. We are in a very tough position right now, but by taking small steps towards renewability, we can build a new future for ourselves and reverse the effects of global warming. We can do it together.